the speeches of Honorable Gadapati and before that Honorable Aslam. Both of them spoke very eloquently about needing to pursue a Sri Lankan identity void of ethnic identities. Honorable Aslam went as far as to say that we should not have identities on the basis of Sinhalese, Tamils, Muslims, upcountry Tamils, etc., etc. Political parties must not be based on those ethnic identities. Well, there is a reality, Honourable Presiding Member, as to why political parties had to be formed on the basis of ethnic identities. Because the identity of Sri Lankan for the last 75 years has been usurped to a point where it has come to mean Sinhala Buddhist. And that reality even President Anurakumara Dissanayake in his policy statement acknowledged, because he said that there has been racism that discriminates in the name of in the name of the majority, and therefore all of that must be corrected. But that correction cannot happen just by simply saying that we must all think in terms of being Sri Lankan. 75 years of that racism, discrimination, and communalism has disadvantaged the Tamil people as well as the Muslim people and the upcountry Tamils to a point that we are forced to identify ourselves along those ethnic lines to get some sort of force of argument to compel the government of the day to try and correct this path. Now let me challenge the government on this one test. I will give a concrete proposal. Let's see whether the government stands up to it. Honourable Presiding Member, you would have heard that there is a disputed vihare in the Jaffna Peninsula called Payyatti. The name given to the vihare is Tissa Vihare. Now that vihare was built by the military. Now the original Tissa Vihare has a particular plot of land. That land nobody disputes. If the military had decided to build a Buddhist temple in the original Tissa Vihare land, there would be no complaint at all. But instead, the military, under the guise of a high security zone, chose to illegally take over 6 acres of privately owned land, and they have built this temple. Now when the military decided to lay the foundation stone, we were informed, and in the district coordinating committee meeting, this matter was brought up. And the district coordinating committee meeting unanimously took the position that it was an illegal act and that the construction must stop. This was at the very inception. But despite that decision being taken by the district coordinating committee, the military, under the guise of high security zones, preventing the owners from reaching that area, went on to build that vihare. Now when we made this an issue in the previous parliament, the then Deputy Defence Minister called upon a report from the government agent of Jaffna and the Divisional Secretariat of Valigamam North. And that report, Honourable Presiding Member, I'm tabling it in Parliament and would like it to be included in the Hansard, is dated the 22nd of May 2023. That report very clearly states that the vihare has been built on private land and that it has been built without any permission from the local authority, despite the fact that the military being told that it is an illegal construction, they went ahead and built it. Now I'm asking you, Honourable Presiding Member, if we are talking of a Sri Lankan identity, if we are genuine with regards to that, then this wrong must be corrected. Now in this report that was submitted to the Defence Ministry, the original deeds of the Tissa Vihare, which today, that land is still vacant, because it is not on that land that the vihare has been built. So how can privately owned land from people be disenfranchised in that way in the name of religion? Lord Buddha would have never wanted an individual to be harmed. His entire policy, to my understanding, is that no harm must ever be done. Now would his temple be built on the privately owned land of people who have no alternative land? So this is an illegal act. I'm telling you, Honourable Presiding Member, there are so many vihares in the north and the east. There are so many vihares in Jaffna. Are we complaining about those vihares? In the height of the war, those vihares were not damaged. The Tamil people are not racist, they are not anti-Buddhist. But in the name of Buddhism, when illegalities are done, in the name of Buddhism, when people are being discriminated, when they are being disenfranchised, when the only land that they own is being taken away from them, that is not being a Sri Lankan. To talk against that is not being non-Sri Lankan. It's not being non-Sri Lankan, but that is what we've been told. So let this government take this as a test. Let's see what they do with this Tissa Vihara that has been, without any doubt, been built illegally. It has not got any permission, Honourable Presiding Member, and it has been built. That is the test. That is the test that I wish to put for this government. Wait, let me finish. I have only 2 minutes, Honourable Presiding Member. I want to raise another... Now, don't take it out of my time, please. Don't take it out of my time. I still have... No. He can't intervene with my time. No. Let him do it in his time. The other matter, Honourable Presiding Member, is with regards to registration of draftsmen for the year 2025. This matter was again brought up last Friday at the District Coordinating Committee, but I want to bring it up again here. The Director of Northern Province Urban Development Authority has been written to by the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Local Government of the Northern Province. The problem here is, Honourable Presiding Member, there was a gazette number 2235/54 of the Northern Province Urban Development Authority that basically stated that from the year 21708, the qualification for NVQ level 5 is to be completed for drafting technology building. So that means unless you have passed level 5, people cannot function as draftsmen. Now, the northern and eastern provinces, certainly the northern province, did not have a course for this level 5 examination. The course only started in 2023, Honourable Presiding Member, and as a result, the course lasts for 2.5 years. So at the moment, since the Urban Development Authority is insisting that you need qualifications of level 5, there are no legal draftsmen who can be registered. The first course started in 2023. We have asked that at least a 2.5-year grace period be given so that the past practice of allowing these draftsmen who have already been registered to function till such time as they get the qualifications in that period. I urge the government to look into this matter because it is extremely unfair. All these draftsmen who had already been given licenses, those licenses have been revoked, and they totally depend on the income that comes from that field of work. And therefore, I would urge the government to look at this matter on a humanitarian basis and give that grace period of at least the first batch to complete that level 5 examination. And after that, of course, they can strictly implement that gazette. Thank you.
Point of order.
Garu Mailwatagaram Jagatishwaran Mantrituma.
Thank you, sir. I am also from Jaffna. Most of the Tamil people from Jaffna, they are willing to accept all the religions. Our religion itself says all the religions are same. The Vihara which was built was on the time previously, but we
Not a point of order.